Big thank you to all my Patreon supporters for making this channel happen. If you also want access to my online swing dance school, consider supporting us on Patreon. Jamin here. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any videos. If you want to get access to over 20 of my online swing dance lessons for free, check out the link in the description below. This time, I'm going to check out a Jack and Jill competition in Busan, South Korea. It looks like the event's called JOSEON SWINGCUP 2022. It should be super exciting. This is my favorite region in the world for swing dancing, so let's see how this is going to go down. I do believe this is a amateur entry or newbie. Their newbies aren't the same and their amateurs aren't the same as compared to other dancers in the world. So I kind of expect this level to be really high, even for the novice level. So let's jump right into it. All right, here we go. Looking good. We have 5 couples. This is the rookie Jack and Jill format. Well, let's see how rookie it is. Yeah. All right, second couple. I'm really liking the form of this couple. The leader and the follower look much more skilled than the rookie level in terms of body positioning, as you can see there. Yeah. Okay, third couple looking just as good as the second couple. The fundamentals look sharp. Nice little dip there. Solid fundamentals for a lot of these couples. It's really interesting to see what's considered novice in Korea compared to many other places that I've seen. So this looks like round 2. Yeah, good timing. I love when dancers mess up a little bit and in that process end up creating something out of it. I think that's really cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, nice little lift there. Never hurts to put in little tricks during these competitions. But I will say, you got to be careful if it's the Jack and Jill format. And if you haven't danced with your partner before, it could be really risky.
And you wanna show down if you only
All right, here we go. Boom. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. You got to have that line at the very end where everyone does swing outs. Yes. Man, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Boy, I gotta tell you, I've got this penchant for understanding how things work, just the principles behind things. And for many years, I cannot quite get a hold of what it is that makes the Korean swing dance community so advanced. I can postulate and say it has to do with training or coaching or, just the culture, whatever that might mean. But in many cases, I've seen those same supportive elements in other areas of the world with different dance communities. And yet, with all of that, this dance community is still so far ahead when it comes to the dancer's ability to learn a dance and perfect it technically. I don't quite understand it, and maybe you can tell me why in the comment section below. But for those who competed in this competition, I salute you for just getting out there and performing. I tell you, don't let that title rookie bother you, because you're technically not a rookie being in this type of competitive environment. Your skill set is much higher than most of the dancers that I see around the world who would deem themselves a rookie. Now, in looking at this competition, I found it really interesting. Of course, most of the dancers are very technical. They have this ability to understand fundamentally how the dance works between leading and following. And the real difficulty that I find when I'm in the Korean mentality of judging, it's fascinating to see that a lot of dancers have a hard time with the ingenuity and creativity. And I don't know why that is either. I really don't. And so when I judge these competitions, I'm not so much looking at least in the context of Korean competitions, because the level is so much more technically high and proficient. I'm not so much looking at the technique anymore. I'm really looking to see who can actually go outside of the box and do something a little bit more risky. I love that. And so I will say, in watching this competition, my top two couples may have been your top two couples, but the top two that I see, really, I would say my second place goes to the follower, who had the peach dress on with a white shirt, and the leader had a nice white shirt with a tie. When they first come out, of course, they gripped me immediately because of the quietness of their torsos. They're not having all of this exuberant movement in the wrong places. I see fundamental swing dancing done at a level that would be equivalent to an intermediate advanced in any other place of the world. I gotta say, that's so admirable to see that. I love the technical respect that I see for many of these dancers. And so for me, just looking at that and analyzing the control that they have in doing the moves, yeah, they didn't do a whole lot of movements that were unusual per se, but they did them well. They did all their movements well. And so the main difference between them and my first place was a small thing. And my first place couple, I would say, goes to the follower. She had the red dress on, and it's kind of a bluish gray. And the leader had I think it's like a blue suit. Yeah, when they come out here, immediately I could see the same amount of technical ability. But then I noticed, okay, they're changing levels and changing the tone of the dance. They're trying different things. and it was less conspicuous as the other couple. And of course, they ended their sequence with a fancy move. And I tend to like that as a judge. I want to see the technique, but obviously I don't want to lose seeing who the dancers are whenever they do the technical aspect of the dance. And this couple showed me a little bit of personality when they were in close position, but then the icing on the cake is their fancy move at the end. Now, it may not have been a fancy move to many of you all, but it was the fact that my second place couple didn't really have anything that was distinctive enough, that was something that separated just the basic movements into something else. And I think I think the first place couple did a Texas Tommy. It might have been that, but how they did it and how they arranged the stopping of the movement really made them shine. So those are my favorite two couples in this competition. Man, rookies, keep it up. I'm blown away every time I see the title Rookie Jack and Jill from Korea, and I'm thinking, nah, man, this is not a rookie competition. This is something else entirely. But when you think about the Korean level of Jack and Jill competitiveness, yes, it might have to be labeled the rookie level, because there are so many other more advanced dancers in this particular part of the world. It's just fascinating. What did you all think about this one? Let me know in the comment section below. Who was your favorite couple in this Jack and Jill competition? If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything that I produce. And if you are wanting to get some inspiration for your Jack and Jill competitions, I would encourage you to check out some of my free courses in the description below. I look forward to hearing your thoughts below, and if I don't, I look forward to seeing you in class. Take care.